White Album.
It's still quite a nostalgic song. How long has it been? Don't call it nostalgic. It's an eternal classic.
Not having a drummer and bassist will hold us back. Not having a drummer or bassist will hold us back.
And the season for the song is coming again, though the school festival is a bit early for it.
Well, the soonest we'll be seeing white snow generally piling up on the streets is next month and thereafter. Even you know the lyrics, see?
There's a sax in the interlude too.
Of course I do. I did say it's nostalgic, but I didn't say I'm familiar with it. But you can count on me in the Ogata Rinto camp. But you can count on me in the Ogata Rina camp. You're following the crowd.
In the majority, right?
So, how will he make this work? What will he have to throw away and what will we get?
I'm just giving credit to an incredible artist who's got talent. That's all. What? Do you guys hate Ogata Rina or something? Of course not.
I bought her most recent album, the limited edition first print, no less.
4 people, vocals, guitar, keyboard. A bit one-sided. We should at least have a drummer.
Oh, nice! I missed the first print, so I've still yet to get it. I'll lend it to you. Want me to bring it tomorrow? Really? Thanks! Then to return the favor, How do you guys get on so well? One of you is Miss Hojo and the other is a stubborn class representative.
Please don't put it that way. You've just reminded me of all the things I've missed out in life.
Do you still regret it? About being Miss Hojo, I mean.
Yeah, I suppose. I'd almost graduated without having met a certain stubborn class representative.
Hey, Haruki, can I say I'm dreaming right now? And it feels like a terrible nightmare at that?
Hey, could you guys shut up for a moment?
Did you hear us, Touma?
Hear what?
Hopeless chatter that has absolutely nothing to do with you, Touma. It feels terrible to have Ogisa laughing at me when it concerns her just as much. Sorry about all that idle talk. Well, let's cut to the chase.
President?
What is it, Touma? Did you come up with an amazing idea that could revive us from our president? She neither joined our gossip nor snapped at us. She was only thinking about something in her mind. And the first one to be addressed was, What, me?
Can you program?
An unexpected question directed at an unexpected person. Well...
I'm asking if you can use a synth.
No, I know what you mean, but...
Then answer me.
Eek! Come on, Touma. Don't scare him so much. I'm a man who's had a fair share of cowering when her beautiful face starts looking threatening.
We don't have time, so hurry up and answer. Would you kindly?
That politeness of hers feels really forced and thoughtless. Well, to an extent, but if it's programming... Touma, if you need someone for that, I could...
Okay, President. You don't need to come to practice from now on. Actually, don't even come to school. Just focus on programming all by yourself as per my instructions.
That unexpected question directed at an unexpected person becomes an imposing command. And soon the Light Music Club's founder is out of the picture.
I'll send the equipment that you'll need to your house. You can go home now. Good work today.
Hey, wait just a second. On top of that, the one who kicked him out is none other than our newest member. Although there was a lot of fanfare in getting her to join.
With our current numbers, someone has to take on that role. We absolutely don't have enough people in the sound department.
Using synths is good, but using synths is good. we have no choice since we lack numbers. But you can let me deal with...
You have to learn to play at an acceptable level first, Kitahara. We'll talk after that.
Touma-san?
The sound of her piano is so gentle and always helps me along, so why is she so merciless in person?
Anyway, drums first. I'd like to at least finish one song before the week is done. Can you do it? We'll do it. Well, do it even if you can't.
Come on, Touma. If you need someone for programming, I can do it. I was in charge of that in the past. It's more appropriate to say I was responsible for everything outside of the performing. It's more appropriate to say that I was responsible for everything outside of performing the instruments. Since our schedules were different, I couldn't spend much time practicing with everyone, so I was left to make the backing track, which is why most of my time was spent tinkering with the synth rather than practicing the guitar. Look, isn't it better if you let Takia play the guitar while I go do the programming instead?
I don't really have any objections.
See? We'd have the right people in the right place. We should try to keep our chances of pulling this off as high...
But that's assuming you can explain that reality right now to Ogiso.
Huh? What do you mean? What'll happen if Kitahara-kun switches with Izuka-kun?
Yeah, that's,
How about you tell her that you won't be by her side on the stage at the festival?
Haruki. Kitahara-kun? She read me. Farewell, Izuka Takia. I won't ever forget about you.
Now then, we have 2 weeks until the festival day. We'll make it one way or another, and I'll hit you if you even think about giving up.
Yeah.
Amazing! I understand now why you wanted her to join so much, Kitahara-kun.
Yeah. I never expected her to suddenly take control of everything, though.
We'll think about the remaining songs as we go. Right now, let's focus on getting one song finished this week.
Yeah. When I said we should plan things as we go, she got mad at me.
Well, we don't have time, so let's try doing it together. Okay, so?
Yep. Also, you can call me Setsuna. And she definitely got pissed off and scowl at me if I said, let's try doing it together.
You can sing the melody to the song, right? Want to do voice training?
Sorry, I've never actually been in the school chorus or anything, so I don't really know how that works. My voice just comes out whenever I sing normally.
Well, I guess it can't be helped then. I suppose we'll have to go off the cuff. Okay so?
Okay.
Wait a minute. I'm not ready yet. I hastily reach for the guitar in my case, as to not be left behind by the two who are already prepared.
What are you talking about, Kitahara? Why would I need to wait for you?
I was going to, at least, but merciless words Touma spills on me freezes me in place. I mean, we're playing together, aren't we?
Ogiso's vocals with my piano, yes.
And my guitar?
At your current level, you'll just be a bother.
Touma-san?
I'd like to see how good Ogiso is for today. I don't have time to babysit anyone else.
No time babysit anyone else? Then, what do I do? The session we had between the 2 rooms and the rooftop, the day we first met.
Go practice by yourself in Music Room 1. You can use the next room as well, right?
Kitahara-kun?
What? Got a problem with that?
Well, even though she has just joined today, she's already kicked out the president and is now excluding the only remaining senior member from the band practice. Did she persistently refuse to join in order to hide just how much of a tyrant she is?
If if you don't like it, you could just stop complaining and show us something real. Then I'll be happy to oblige, Mr. Vice President.
Kitahara-kun.
We're starting, Ogiso.
But...
We're starting, okay?
Okay.
Farewell, Kitahara Haruki. Let's start practicing. 8 p.m. We got scolded and chased out of the school by the security guard, by which time the dark, late fall night had already engulfed the sky. Hey, what? After parting with Ogiso, who commutes on foot, at the station, the silence that lasted almost a station's journey between Touma and me is broken again. How was Ogiso singing? From what I can tell, it seems like she's really on the right track.
Yeah, for an amateur, she's one of the better ones. I could even say that regular people might be fooled into thinking she's a pro. Actually, even when it was the three of us, Ogiso was the only one keeping the conversation alive. So, in reality, it might have been several hours since we last talked. I know, right? Just as I expected. She sure is the queen of the solo karaokes. Doesn't that mean there's no one under her rule?
Though, that might have just been Ogiso trying to smooth things over between the two of us after Touma had excluded me. Well, let's put that aside for now. I assume that we can have high hopes for our singer now?
I already knew that part would be fine. The problem instead lies with just about everything else.
Still, I won't let myself brood over it. This is the path we must go down if we're to shine on the festival stage. So, we'll start with the bass, then. I could try it again tomorrow.
Oh? So in just one day, you've already reached a point where you can afford to worry about others?
Believe me, I'm not brooding at all right now.
Kitahara, you see, it's...
What is it? She really shouldn't be so sarcastic if she's only going to regret it moments later. I suppose that's just how Touma is, and I don't particularly mind that imbalance in her personality.
Can you practice at home?
I live in an apartment, so I can't play property like I do at school, but I could practice with headphones.
I see.
So I have to work on my skills even at home?
Of course. You're at a level where it's doubtful you'll succeed even with 24 hours of practice every day.
Well, I do mind the fact that she doesn't learn from her mistakes. I don't hate that part of her, but I do mind.
At the very least, you should go over what you've practiced today. You can only sleep after you manage to play those parts perfectly.
All right, already. I'll practice after I eat dinner and study.
Study?
Well, I mean, we have exams right after the festival ends. A student's primary concern is... All right, already. Damn it, people who never prepare for the tests have it so easy. I get the feeling that her enthusiasm towards the performance has done a full reversal. How do I say this? Maybe Touma is just that fussy when it comes to music. Or maybe she really has nothing but music.
Besides, I'm sure you already have a recommendation for Hojo University, right? Why would you need to study now?
One normally studies a month before tests, right? doesn't matter if it's periodic exams, placement exams, or end-of-term exams. Well, following that line of reasoning does oblige one to study the whole year long, like I do. Alright, I'm sorry. Don't look at me with such contempt, okay?
It's not really contempt.
Yeah, I promise. I won't think about anything else but the guitar until the school festival. But in return, I want you to promise me something.
What?
That you'll definitely come up with something later.
Eh?
That everything will be fine as long as I put all my effort into my own part. It's quite a shameful declaration, if I may say so myself. Though it's shameful to make Touma, who just joined today, handle everything. I'm really counting on you.
Just leave it to me.
Okay. At the end of the day, though, that avoidant attitude of hers can actually come across as really reliable. When I first heard her play that one summer day, that's when I first learned to rely on her. And today, finally, we've regained that teacher-student relationship. So there's no more need to worry now. To someone else, my proclamation would most likely sound unbelievably pathetic, and I doubt that's just my imagination.
Rehearsal. Please stand clear of the doors.
See ya. Yeah. The third station from school, nearest to Touma's house. Touma walks off without lingering, yet she turns around and looks straight at me once again.
Hey,
What is it?
the truth is, Kitahara, I'd like you to play with us as soon as possible, too.
And sure enough, this is how she ends the conversation. Witnessing her worry about me makes me feel so glad I made her part of the team. Still, Okiso takes priority first, right? As long as the vocals go well, who really cares about how the guitar plays? Well, if he's just going to play the pop chords, then yeah, who cares about the guitar? But that's a passable display at the festival. But if he really wants to shine, he has to put in the effort to be able to play well. Otherwise, it's just the white guy with guitar music.
Well, that's one way to put it.
The doors are now closing. Please stand clear.
So, really, I'm not mad about today. Although, I'd love it if you could include me as soon as possible, too.
I'll do my best.
Well then, see you tomorrow. Damn it! I almost did it without a single miss. I'll get it right this time.
Okay, let's take a 5-minute break.
Whew, good work.
Well, you're the one who did most of the work. Is your throat feeling okay?
Yep, don't worry. I'm always singing for around 3 hours straight.
Take a short break, at least?
Hey, I made some honey lemonade. Do you want some?
I'm not really using my throat.
There's enough for 3, though. Ah, the wind feels great.
It's cold.
It's Kitahara's Kun's guitar. Hang in there.
It's crappy. I said it's cold.
Just a little longer. You don't mind if the window's open for a bit during our break, do you?
Do as you wish.
Yep, I most certainly will. Touma-san?
Yeah?
Don't you think we should call Kitahara-kun over soon?
Not at all. He's still got a ways to go.
But, it sounds like he's not making mistakes anymore.
Even if he is, his tempo is all over the place. He suddenly slows down at the difficult parts.
We don't have that much time left, though. We won't make it for the performance if we don't practice together soon.
Everything's going just according to my plan. We'll have everyone practice together on the weekend.
I think he's fine already, though.
You overestimate Kitahara too much, Ogiso. He's not that capable.
Overestimation is too much by definition, isn't it?
Also, you can call me Setsuna.
You shouldn't let yourself be corrupted so much by Kitahara, Ogiso. You'll end up with a rotten personality with nothing but fault-finding on your mind.
Hey, Touma-san, aren't you also holding back quite a bit?
Not at all. Besides, why would I
You're
even...
playing along with Kitahara-kun's guitar right now, right? Alright, I'll get it this time. Ah! It's 8 p.m. once again. It's been 3 days since we started practice. The security guard frowned, saying, Touma-san's daughter again? It was the third day we used the Touma family influence. That had to be our limit.
Huh,
Tired?
not at all.
I am a bit.
Then say that first.
I'm a bit tired too. Why are you so stubborn? After the three of us walked down the dark streets together, and after the two of us got on the train, we engaged in our usual unenergetic conversation.
Are you getting enough sleep?
Just the usual for me, about 4 hours. Putting aside studies and a bunch of things, I was able to free up a lot of time to spend on practicing the guitar. The guitar had laid on top of me when I woke up on the floor last night.
Oh, so you are sleeping.
Hey, how long have you been awake, Touma? Hello?
Huh? What was that?
How long has she been awake? She just spaced out for a few seconds. I know I have to practice, but what do you do when you get home?
Well, there are finals right after the festival.
You're joking, right?
Easy to tell, huh?
And in and of itself, I was quite happy that she could tell this kind of joke. But I'd like her to at least figure out the timing better. Aren't you pushing yourself too hard?
I'm fine. It's not like you could do anything about it, even if I explained it, Kitahara.
Could it be that I put a large burden on you without knowing?
If you have time to feel guilty, use it to practice instead. Are you practicing at least 10 hours a day?
She didn't deny it, so I really am burdening Touma that much. I know you mentioned it before too, but does it really have to be 10 hours a day?
Since I was 3, it was like that during Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, and even when I promised to go out with friends. And normally, I'd begin preparing 3 months before competitions. During that time, it ended up taking about 16 hours a day.
What about school trips?
You really like picking out the small things, Kitahara. I did have at least a day like that every 3 years.
Oh, thank goodness. It'd be miserable if she lived like that for 1,000 days without a single day like that. Though I really don't want to think about what happened during the other 999 days.
It's really paradise right now. There are days when I don't have to play at all.
Did you really give up playing?
I was abandoned.
Touma.
Well, can you play properly now? Can you play without missing one note until the end, in perfect rhythm, and while accompanying other people?
No, it was an obvious topic to change to. Her attitude shows that she's regretting what she just mentioned. I think I might be able to pull it off now, but I can't really tell without actually trying first.
I see.
I've gained enough experience throughout my life to know when to play along when someone wants to change the subject.
So, you can accompany us now, huh?
That's not what I said. I said I have to try it first.
Then, how about we try it?
That's exactly what I was hoping for. Then how about tomorrow after school?
I'll be finishing up with Ogiso tomorrow. I still don't have time to keep an eye on you, as always.
So, in other words, we're postponing it until the weekend? That's a shame. I was so close to getting acknowledged by Touma. Even if it was just a way for her to get away from the previous topic. In the end, it seems like we took a step forward with our preparations for the performance. But we're still short on time.
Rehearsal. Please stand clear of the doors.
Well then.
Yeah. The usual station and her usual stride.
Hey.
And the usual conversation we have, exchanged between the train and the platform. Touma? No. Something's off today. Hey.
The doors are now closing. Please stand clear.
Hey, something is off today. This isn't the usual station I get off at. The instant the train doors started closing, Touma grabbed me by my necktie and dragged me out. What's the meaning of this, Touma? Well, this is 3 stations from school, the station closest to her home. Which means, well...
Come to my house right now.
I thought that I wouldn't be capable of making such an impossible assumption, but it looks like it's not all that impossible. Touma, wait, hold on.
Quickly, come.
Well, this is...
What's wrong? After all this time, you're going to get cold feet now?
Of course I would! It's around 9 p.m. now. And as for where I am right now, I'm at Touma's house. But that's not the issue right now. I mean, normally it would be, but this can't be for real.
I knew you would say that. That's why I never wanted to invite anyone over.
My first impression of the Touma household as I first passed through the gates was that it had an extravagant exterior, such that it was intimidating to even a certain bastard son of a wealthy Okayama family. But that was only the beginning. Before I had time to be taken aback by the unbelievably large living room, or the wide, well-maintained garden just outside, I was suddenly taken to the basement, and then Touma turned on the lights. I saw a white room around 40 square meters large. But what caught my eye the most was a microphone dangling from the ceiling of a small room, closed off by glass windows. What is this place?
My practice room.
That's just one of its functions, isn't it? Why is all of this in a residential house? The room beyond the glass window was filled with even more amazing equipment. Something you find in a school broadcast room. And its purpose here was obvious. Actually, Takia and his group often went to a nearby rental studio. But this is on a completely different level altogether.
Originally, this was a studio built into the household for a certain world-famous artist. My mother only bought it, along with all the equipment.
Which artist?
Like I said, a certain artist.
You know this artist's true identity, don't you? You did say world famous. Then again, Touma's mother is also a world famous artist.
I haven't used anything but the piano in a while, so I had someone come and do maintenance yesterday. In any case, it seems everything's still in working order.
Even though you're a student.
If it frustrates you, then try being abandoned by your parents.
Don't joke about something like that so lightly. It's painful.
Then don't poke your nose in so casually.
I'll apologize and make the whole mood super awkward.
Let's just practice for now, okay? Practice. Like you asked. I will accompany you for as long as you want, Kitahara.
Please do, Touma-sensei.
Regarding how far I can push my luck and where I should pull back,
it's still very much like a tightrope trial.
In fact, perhaps I've been pushing my luck all day today, and it's simply that she has grown more tolerant of it. Even so, I feel like our conversations had started to become more and more in sync, just like I've always wished for since spring. Hey, you missed.
I know.
Now it's all over the place.
That's because you're gradually increasing the tempo.
Then, do you want to use a metronome on the next run?
She's always watching me, always pointing out my mistakes, yet never making a single mistake herself.
Look, up until now, I've adjusted my tempo to match yours. But we can't have it that way anymore, okay?
Yeah, I fully realized. With the way I play, it's just not possible for me to keep up with Touma's tempo.
Besides the vocals, the rhythm for the synth isn't going to change, so you have to keep up yourself.
Yeah. How much unreasonable trouble did she put herself through to accompany me up until now?
This is just no good. I knew it already, but you've just got no talent, Kitahara.
She puts me down like she enjoys it, and in response,
Did I make you angry?
One more time from the top, please.
Yeah, as many times as you like.
I've decided that I'd hang on desperately, haven't I?
Hey, come on. This time you're too fast.
After all of this just feels great. To have Touma do her best to find all of my mistakes. To have Touma laugh at how terrible my playing is. To have Touma fully utilize her usually limited vocabulary just for the sake of disparaging me. To have Touma looking only at me. To have her always smiling at me.
Yep, that's a shame.
One more time. Damn it. I always keep screwing up at the same spot.
I guess you really can't get out of a rut if you get stuck once. Well, let's leave it at that today.
I'll definitely finish it in one go. Sheer effort has always gotten me out of the tough situations.
But, the last trains...
What? Sorry, I missed that.
No, it's nothing really important.
Really?
Then, as requested, let's do it once more from the top.
I come to, I see a brightly lit white room. I've been hugging the guitar I was playing like a body pillow. Oh crap, I fell asleep. Pulling off the blanket covering my body, I quickly became aware of the implications of coming to in the first place. I have to head back home. Touma? My back is stiff and aching all over from sleeping on the floor. I put the guitar in its case and finally take a look around. There's no one by the piano anymore. I'm the only one in the room. Oh man. I struggle with my body sluggishly from having fallen asleep in a bad position and open the basement door. Perhaps the last train's already gone. If that's so, then the taxi fare will be pretty horrible for a student like me. And my watch is broken. While irrationally cursing at the needle on my watch, which is pointing at the wrong spot, I get a breath of fresh air on ground level after having been underground for several hours. And I encounter something that I shouldn't have seen, no matter what.
Kitahara?
Wait, stop. Touma, I realize that this is a very bad situation, but could I just please ask you a couple of questions?
Turn around before you start asking.
Okay. You see, I've been completely confused since waking up. I'd like you to at least understand my situation here.
Like I care.
I timidly turn away, and the wonderful the shocking spectacle hides itself behind a door.
Jeez, what's up with this? Why do I have to deal with this just for showering at my own house?
The sound of rustling clothes. My first question is, what time is it? No, I must suppress my worldly desires for the time being.
Just look at your own damn watch. Just look at your own watch.
Oh, it's broken. For some reason, it says it's 7:50.
Your brain is what's broken, not the watch.
Seriously? Thus, she answered my second question as well, that being, why is it so bright outside?
I'm heading off to school soon. I'll probably get there on time if I leave now.
You're kidding! I haven't changed clothes. I haven't taken a bath either. I haven't even washed my face.
Not my problem.
Not your problem. What do I do? If I lose my recommendation because of unfounded rumors like me staying over without permission, loitering around late at night, or going to clubs.
Guys shouldn't worry over such trivial things. Besides, you did stay over without permission.
Well, that's true, but yes, it's true. It's true that I'm staying over without permission. It's true that this is the first time I've visited the home of a girl who lives by herself. It's also true that this is Touma Kazusa's home. Takia would probably commend me if he found out, and then criticize me when I tell him that nothing happened.
If you're worried about that, then you can head back home, take a shower, and get a change of clothes.
Well, I can't be late. I've never been late since I've enrolled.
There's just no pleasing you. I just don't care anymore. Do whatever you want.
She opens the living room door again, and the Touma I'm used to seeing every day emerges. But even with her usual school uniform, the vivid image of what lays beneath is still fresh in my...
Why are you looking away?
I can't bear to face her.
I'm gonna head out now. I'll give you the key, so give it back when you get to school.
Wait, don't leave me. I don't remember the way to the station.
Then hurry it up already. Soon we'll have to run to make it.
Alright, I'll go grab my stuff right now. I'm saved again by the fact Touma is a good person deep down. I do want to point out to her that she could have just woken me up before the last train left. But let's not do that. One last thing.
What?
I'm sorry for catching you in a rather immodest state. Don't remind me of something I just managed to forget. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Honey lemonade. Drink of singers and voice actors. Both honey and lemon are good for your voice. Assuming the lemonade's made from real lemons and not like lemon-flavored Kool-Aid. That's just sugar and flavoring. Doesn't count. Lemons can just cut through the mucus in your throat, freeing up the vocal cords, making it easier to talk and sing and all that. And honey is good at soothing the vocal cords, so honey lemonade is a pretty good choice. So is honey lemon tea, stuff like that. Don't want caffeine, so chugging a bottle of Pepsi or Coke, probably not the best choice before you go out to perform, like sing or talk a lot. Honey lemonade, good idea for Ogiso's singing.